good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. D-Mom, I'm a piano music. So guys, Brother LAR Movement shared me this clip about Boosie. And of course, I love our brother Boosie. He is a Pookie and Ray Ray. But you know, I love our brother, him and T.I. I want to interview them one day. All right, I love those brothers, but they are Pookie and Ray Ray it up. All right. And DJ Vlad talked about the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. And of course, Queen Elizabeth, a lot of people don't like her personally because of what she represents, the Queen of England. Even the EFF in South Africa, Julius Malema's party, they said that they refused to celebrate her passing because of the colonialism that Britain has done in Africa. If you look at countries like Nigeria, Uganda, Kenya, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe. I mean, the corruption in the, just the sure racism that the British crown has presented in the black world is just evident. And not only, is the Queen of England in England responsible for what's happening, over in Africa, but they're the precursors to racism in America because the United States was officially at one point a part of the British crown. So what we have today is because of Britain. So all of that systemic racism over hundreds of years is what we have based off of the crown. Now, we know how much Irish people dislike Britain. Okay, we get that. And some of those who are just against them. And for the Queen, who is 97 years old, DJ Vlad asked a question. Who gets more hate in their death? The Queen or Kevin Samuels? Kevin Samuels, if we want to be fair to him, was 57 years old in his passing. This means that prior to those 57 years, is it safe to say that nobody knew him? 2017, our very first interview, he was 52. Kevin Samuels got popular during the end of COVID. So if we really want to be honest, let's talk about the middle of 2020, the end of 2020 was when he was catching up steam. He passed May the 5th, 2022. That run is pretty much a year and a half, 2 years. At the most, black women, according to Boosie, are glad Kevin Samuels is dead. In the 2 years that he was on social media, in comparisons to the systemic racism that the Crown of England has oppressed all throughout the black world. So that means if you're a black woman from the Caribbean, if you want to have Trinidadian or Tobago roots, talk to me about being from Grenada, talk to me being from, Jamaica. All of the self-hatred that you say that our men have or our people have, we can trace it back to the Crown of England, king or queen. We want to talk about Nigeria. That's a big thing. Nigerians in America, blacks in America, there's a big situation going on, a beef. Brother Tariq Nasheed talks about it a lot. You have Brother Pan-Africanism Strikes Back talking about it on different sides. Yvette Carnell talking about it on different sides. And so now you have the FBA ADOS thing versus the black immigrant thing. And if we can trace it back to the original issue, it goes back to the division that the whites caused. If you want to look at places like Burundi, Rwanda, the Congo, the civil war and the genocide that we have and that we still have in Burundi that was solved by Kagame in Rwanda, we could trace it back to the Belgians. But you know who we don't talk about today in Burundi or in the Congo for the problems that go along? We don't blame them. We're blaming the people that are there. I get it, fair enough, right? Because those are the people that you see. But for you to blame and hate Kevin Samuels in his death, here's what I will say. In his death, since you're glad that he's dead, and I know not every woman is saying this, but for just shits and giggles, how has that changed your life since he's passed? Because he was the problem. Since he's passed, I want to talk to the YouTubers, and I've seen some YouTubers who they hated on Kevin Samuels once he was living. Once he died, now all of a sudden they're allies. We know who you are. We don't even need to mention your name, but we know that you're frauds. My question is to you, has your content developed? Are you a better presenter of content? No, you're not. Those of you who were true to hating on him when he was living and hating on him when he's dead, how are you doing now? Here's what Kevin Samuels taught me. And I'm going to be very frank because, you know, being a content creator, you know, you don't know the impact that you have on people. And one of the things that I noticed about Kevin was that when I talked to him and Jeff, because I wasn't able to get access to his best friend until weeks after he passed, I was able to talk to the mother. The mother sent me a very nice letter. I will never share that, but she sent it to my mother, which my mother sends to me. So now the thing is that Kevin taught me something very important, okay? Because as content creators, I didn't know how big he was till Dima told me. People were mourning his death in Russia. People were mourning his death in Australia. One thing that I'm not wanting to do is my mother, if God forbid, I pass before she does, having to mourn my death and people talking shit about her because some of opinions that I had about black women or the black community. Here's what I've went away from. You guys win. You women out there, you win. I'm not going to be talking about your entitlement, trying to correct you. I'll talk about it to guys and how to avoid it, but to try to bring resolutions to you directly, I'm not gonna, it's not my job, because you don't need to have anybody to blame, to hate for your responsibilities or for your lack of effort. So it's not gonna be me. Here's what I'm gonna do, and here's what I tell all you men to do. Those ladies out there who feel that way about your correction, stop trying to convince them that you're right. That's what Kevin Samuels has taught me. See, he went out there on a limb, and that's why he's a greater YouTuber than me and a greater content creator than I ever will be, because he wanted to try to make it right. But you can't make it right with people who want to make it wrong. So if they feel that you're wrong, let them feel like that. It's their business. But what they're going to get from a lot of black men is the wall of no response, whether you know it or not. So you can feel like you're vindicated in whatever your behavior is. But I believe that a lot of black men are just going to be not likely to respond. And I'm telling people now, as the generations are getting younger, we don't have the same people who want to stick with our community like the Kevin Samuels wanted to, or me, or Umar, people like that. People who care about our community and tied to the black community because we love it and we've seen what it can be. We've seen the elders and the black business that left our community and what our community can be. We've seen the black churches and the Medias that died. So we're the last generation that saw that. And you're going to have the guys younger than us who just don't see it and don't care. And they're going to be looking for value. And if you can't give them that value, they're going someplace else. Shout out to the Passport Bros. You have the other guys, whatever. And I'm not going to be the one here trying to convincing you ladies or you brothers in the community to do what you're going to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to waste my time. Because if you're going to hate somebody, you're not going to hate me. You're going to hate yourself for your failures. You're going to hate yourself for why you didn't. You're not going to be able to blame me or Kevin or any other content creator why you didn't develop. You didn't develop because of you. As men or women, it's you. So you can get mad if you want. It's fine. I don't care. But it's not going to be me. I say leave all of you who want to be where you're at alone. Women want to be entitled. You want to be left behind. It's okay. It's all right. You already see black women can't even get black men's sperm right now. The war is already over before it started. So if you don't want to do what you need to do, it's okay. There's no need for you to hate me or vice versa. It's best to go our separate ways. And let's see who wins out in the end. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. Another episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. I'm out.